Hello friends, this is Akar Physics classes and you're welcome back to Akar Physics classes. We are going through a chapter motion and it is session number 6. It is part 6 which we are going to do, and it is motion of class 9th CBSE board, right? So the topic which we are going to discuss today is acceleration. We are going to discuss a topic, acceleration. And till now we have discussed about motion. There are some terms which we have already discussed: motion, distance, okay, displacement. Then we have discussed about speed, okay, and velocity. What are the little differences in between these two? And in between these two, this also we have discussed. We come to hear these words many times, right? Even this acceleration is very known word to us. It is very familiar word to us. Generally we hear this word, and also we use a word accelerator. You must be hearing this word accelerator, right? This is the word which is used to either speed up the motion or to slow down the motion, okay, for any of the vehicles or for any of the bikes or cars or something. So this is the word which is used, that this is the word which is very much familiar to us, okay. Sorry. So we are going to discuss acceleration. Now one thing which is to bring to your notice is what, that distance and displacement we have already discussed, and we have we know that there is minor difference. When we consider distance, we don't consider specific direction. When we consider displacement, we consider specific direction. Speed, when we consider speed, we don't consider specific direction, but when we consider velocity, we consider specific direction. Therefore acceleration, you have to understand that this word is related to this acceleration. This is the word which is related to velocity. That is why I have used all these words here, okay. So this is a word which is related to velocity, and what is what this velocity is related to, as I have just now I have recalled it. What are those 3 points? That it is related to magnitude. When we talk about velocity, it means some magnitude is there, and what else is there? There is some specific direction, okay. It means when we consider these two, it means there is what? It is vector quantity, right? Now why am I talking about these all things? Because all these are the same thing is going to apply on acceleration, and it is all because it is related with velocity, and velocity is related with all these things. Now what actually is this acceleration? Let us try to understand this. Acceleration actually is change in velocity, okay. When we consider change in velocity, okay, remember here the word velocity. We are not using change in speed. What we are using, the word velocity. So change in velocity with time is acceleration. Or we can say, in other words, that rate of change of velocity, rate of change of velocity with time, okay, is acceleration. So what does it mean actually? Suppose your initial velocity, suppose a car is at rest. Suppose there is a car, okay, say this is at rest. If the car is at rest, so what will be the velocity over here? I'm talking about velocity. Remember this, I'm not using the word speed. What I'm talking about? I'm talking about velocity. So what this velocity of this car is here? It is, the velocity is here, the velocity is, say it is 0, because it is at rest. Since it is at rest, it is 0. Now after the car starts and it takes some motion, it goes under motion, it means it gains some velocity. Am I right? It gains some velocity, right? when it gains some velocity, it means that after some time the velocity, suppose at this point the velocity of the car is say the velocity of the car here is v. Okay, and let here this velocity, we are having now change in velocity. Can you see here the velocity is 0 and here the velocity is v, right? Let us term this velocity, the starting velocity, as initial velocity. So let this velocity to be known as initial velocity. The velocity, the first velocity, let it be initial velocity, and initial velocity is represented by small u. By small u, we represent initial velocity by small u. So here small u is 0. And when I'm talking about this velocity, the second velocity, this is final velocity. We term it as final velocity. What do we say? Final velocity. So we are having here two velocities. Starting velocity was what? Initial velocity. Remember this, that it is not always 0. Since it was here, the car was at rest, that is why we have taken here initial velocity 0. It can be anything. Okay, the value can be anything. But I'm talking about that initial velocity and final velocity are the two velocities. When we are going to compare these two velocities with time, we get acceleration. What do we get? We get acceleration. When we see the change, when we find the change with respect to time, we get the acceleration. So here what we can say, that acceleration is, okay, what is acceleration? Acceleration, say acceleration is termed as a or denoted by a. Okay, so acceleration is what? Final velocity, that means, or let it be v, sorry, final velocity minus initial velocity. Okay, let me write here. Let me write in another page. Sorry. See here. So what is acceleration? Acceleration is, what is acceleration? Acceleration is final velocity minus initial velocity. Okay, initial velocity. So it is a change, right? And with respect to what? It is with respect to time. Understood? This is the rate of change of velocity. That is why we call it here as rate of change of velocity. Okay. Sorry. So this here we can write it as in the form of v and in terms of u, as we have taken final velocity as v, and what is initial velocity? It is u. Okay, and what is the time here? Let it be t. So your acceleration, let a acceleration to be a. Okay, so a is what? V minus u upon t. What is a? A is v minus u upon t, and this is the formula to find out acceleration. This is the formula to find out acceleration. When you are given with final velocity v, you are given with initial velocity u, and you are given with time. Okay, so you can write it here as where a is acceleration, where a is acceleration of the object or of the moving body, v is sorry, final velocity, okay, and u is initial velocity. Already we have written it also here. So initial velocity, okay, and t is the t is the time taken for the change in velocity. Okay, understood? So this is the time taken for the change in velocity, right? And when we are talking about final velocity, it means final velocity of the object or of the body. Okay, of the object. Understood? So what is acceleration? Acceleration is rate of change of velocity. This whole formula is depicting what? It is saying that it is rate of change, because here there is change in velocity. So we will say that rate of change of velocity with time, which is known as acceleration. Okay. Now what is the unit of acceleration? Let us try to find out SI unit of acceleration. Now when we are talking about acceleration and SI unit, we know that it is what? Somewhere you can see that it is delta V upon T. When I am saying delta V, it means there is this delta is representing some change. Okay, change in velocity. Now if it is delta V, so if we avoid this delta, what is the unit here? What is the quantity here? It is velocity. And what is the unit of this velocity? It is meter per second, right? It is meter per second, isn't it? And what is the unit of time? Again it is second, right? So what we can write it here as meter per second into 1 upon second. Can we write it like this? So it is equal to what? It is equal to what? Meter per second square, or we can also mention it as meter per second, and here it is square. So I hope how to find this SI unit of acceleration, it is in this way. We can find it out like this. What we have to do? We simply put the units of these. We are going to put the units of these and we solve it out, and we will get this in this form. Isn't it? This also is correct. This is also okay. So what is the SI unit of acceleration? SI unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Understood? Either we write this, or we can also write in the form of meter per second square. Understood? So any of the ways we can use for acceleration, SI unit of acceleration. Understood? Okay. Now let us try to understand what is uniform acceleration. Okay. What is uniform acceleration? So let us try to understand uniform acceleration. Okay. When we are talking about uniform acceleration, so remember that a body is said to be in uniform acceleration, or we can say that a body is traveling when a body travels uniformly, or uniform acceleration is there, it means that it travels in a straight line. Okay, first of all, it travels in a straight line. Okay, and what else? Secondly, it covers equal amount of velocity. Its velocity increases. Okay, its velocity increases. Okay, its velocity increases by equal amounts. Its velocity increases by equal amounts in equal intervals of time. In equal intervals of time. So this is your uniform acceleration, in equal intervals of time. What do you see in this case? You see that when the body is traveling in a straight line and its velocity increases by equal amounts. Okay, when the increase in velocity is equal at equal intervals of time. Suppose from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. So if the velocity remains the same, okay, the increase in velocity remains the same, or it is equally distributed. You can see here, if velocity here is say 2 meter per second, and if it is 2 meter per second, here also 2 meter per second, it means that we can say here that there is uniformity in velocity. And when there is uniform change in velocity, it means that the acceleration here is a uniform acceleration. Okay. So body has uniform acceleration if its velocity changes at a uniform rate. Okay, when velocity changes at uniform rate, we say that there is uniform acceleration. So you can say here that when velocity changes uniform rate, the body is said to be in uniform acceleration. Okay, in uniform acceleration. Understood? So this is all about uniform acceleration. Now let us try to understand what is non-uniform acceleration. Now non-uniform acceleration is just the opposite. Non-uniform acceleration, I am writing in short. Non-uniform acceleration is what? It is just the you can say here the word changes. You won't get uniformity in change in velocity. This change in velocity is not at all uniform. That means what? That a body has a non-uniform acceleration. A body has a non-uniform acceleration when velocity changes at non-uniform rate. Now what does it mean? Non-uniform rate. What does it mean? It means that velocity increases, that is velocity increases by unequal amounts. You can see here the velocity is increasing in equal amounts, right? But here the velocity is increasing by unequal amounts. And in what interval of time? In equal intervals of time. In equal intervals of time. Understood? What is happening here? In case of uniform acceleration, there is change in velocity which is uniform throughout. The change in velocity remains uniform throughout the motion, okay, with time, but and in equal intervals of time. And in case of non-uniform acceleration, what is happening? The velocity, the change in velocity, the increase in velocity is non-uniform. It is that if it is 2 meter per second, so it is not necessary that this is going to be 2 meter per second. It could be 3 meter per second. It could be 4 meter per second here. It could be 3 meters per second here again. So there is fluctuation. There is no uniformity in the increase or decrease in the velocity. Sorry, in increase only. We are talking about acceleration, so there must be some increase only. Okay, so there is no uniformity. You cannot find uniformity here. You don't find uniformity in the increase of the velocity. In equal amounts, you don't find here equal amount. They are unequal. The velocity is unequal. Whereas in this case, as I told you, if it is 2 meter per second, here also 2 meter per second, here also 2 meters per second, it means there is uniformity in increase of velocity. So this is the difference between uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. Okay. And now when we talk about velocity time graph, say if you are having just a minute, when we are talking about velocity time graph, okay, when we talk about velocity time graph, okay, when we talk about velocity time graph, then for uniform acceleration, okay, uniform acceleration, for uniform acceleration, what do we get? We get straight line graph. What do we get? We get straight line graph. Okay, this is time along with horizontal line, and here you will see the velocity which is showing your equal amount of change. So this velocity is, when you are going to make the graph, you will get equal intervals of, equal amount of velocity with equal intervals of time. And this is uniform acceleration, where you are getting a straight line graph. Okay, this is acceleration. This is graph of acceleration. And in case of non-uniform, when you are talking about non-uniform acceleration, if you are talking about non-uniform acceleration, you can see here that the velocity time graph is different from this graph. Okay, when we talk about this, you can see here it is not uniform. Okay, we are getting a curve type of graph in this case. Okay, so this is your velocity time graph in case of non-uniform motion. Okay, this is for this is uniform acceleration. Here we are talking about uniform acceleration. This is we are talking about non-uniform acceleration. Understood? So this is about acceleration. One more thing is there which you have to understand in this case, and it is about retardation. What is retardation? Okay, so if you are having, if the velocity of a body increases, then the acceleration is positive. Let me write retardation. What is retardation? We'll talk about it. It is just the retardation is just the opposite of acceleration. Okay, it is just the opposite of acceleration. When we talk about acceleration, it is positive. When we talk about retardation, it is negative. Now, I hope you have understood what is the meaning of this. When we talk about acceleration, it is positive, and when we talk about retardation, it is negative. And that is why I was using the word increasing in the previous case. That means if the velocity of a body is decreasing, okay, if the velocity is decreasing, if the velocity of a body is decreasing, okay, in that case you get negative velocity, right? You're getting negative velocity. And when you will get negative velocity, it implies your negative acceleration. And when it is negative acceleration, this implies that you are having a retardation. Negative acceleration itself is known as retardation, but we don't use the word negative acceleration. We use what? Instead of writing negative, we use retardation for the word. I hope you have understood this. What is here? This is the velocity. In this case, the velocity of the body is increasing. Velocity of the body, the rate of change of velocity is in increasing mode. Okay, velocity of the body is increasing, right? And the velocity here is positive. When it is positive, so your acceleration will be what? It is positive acceleration, and that is why you call it as acceleration. Simply acceleration, you can say, right? Understood what is this? Okay, so no basically no bigger difference is there. Simply the sign difference is there. Retardation is measured in the same way as acceleration. Okay, both are same thing. The formula is same, but only the difference is about negative and the positive sign. Okay, understood? Fine. Okay.